Welcome to Stage Mom Podcast, a podcast for breakthrough bands and artists. Today we have Tess Gray. Tess Gray is an alternative solo artist out of Miami, Florida. It was such a pleasure chatting with Tess. She is such a down-to-earth, real person that has a voice that is so far beyond her 18 years. Make sure you keep her name in your head because you will definitely be hearing it for years to come. Go follow her on social media and look out for her new single, Search Party, that's being released March 25th.
Maybe love isn't what I'm looking for. Maybe it's just a feeling of knowing you matter to somebody. And I think that's what I'm searching for. A strong desire, not for lust, but to be held closely. But after all the good things come when I'm not around.
Okay, so we have Tess Gray.
Hello.
And I'm very excited to have her. So just go ahead and tell us about yourself, about your music, your age, what type of music, and we'll start there.
Okay, well, hi, my name is Tess Gray. I'm based and raised in Miami, Florida. I'm 18 years old, and I make alternative, indie, rock, depending on what I feel like.
Okay. All right. Do you write all your own stuff?
Yes, completely.
Okay. Do you produce it, everything, engineer, or do you send it? Do you go somewhere?
No, I produce everything myself.
Awesome. Okay, so as I Instagram stalked you, I noticed you're in a choir. Are you still in high school, or are you a freshman in college? Where are you at?
So currently I'm in high school. I'm a senior. And
okay.
Yeah, I'm going to graduate in June 2022.
That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yeah, your voice is so much mature than a high schooler. So I was like, I don't know if she's really in high school or not. I love your voice. It is so good. When I first saw you, you did some kind of show with Paige. And I was like, oh my God, this girl. It was an outside. It looked like you may have been under kind of like a tiki thing. I don't know. On a back patio.
Oh, yeah,
I don't know. Yes, and I was Instagram shopping for, good artists to have, and I was like, oh my God, this girl's amazing. So, yeah, definitely. I love your voice, and I did get that sneak peek of your new song that you have coming out on March 25th, and I love that, but I haven't spilled it to anybody. I've been known to spill, though, just because sometimes it reminds me of somebody, and I'm like, okay, you got to tell me, who does this remind you of? And they can't tell me, so I spilled for no reason. So,
well,
so
okay.
when did you start singing?
A lot.
What's that? You spill your own stuff?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's good to get feedback. Okay, so when did you start singing?
I started singing, I'd say, when I was as small as 5, maybe.
Okay.
I never really took it seriously until I joined high school, well, the choir in my high school. And that's where I really started getting some vocal training, and I really started paying attention to my breathing. That's where I really just took it seriously, and I started releasing stuff in 2018.
Okay. All right. So you produce all your own stuff. You said you write all your own stuff. And for people that follow you on Instagram, they can see you're a very hard worker at what you do. I've watched you. You're very active. And you're in a play right now, right? Like you're, I'm trying to remember. It's a famous movie. What is the play? What are you in? You're in a play, right? Mamma Mia. That's what it is. Okay. So no, I saw Mamma Mia when I was on a cruise, and it is so good. Like in the theater performance, so that's going to be a good one to see. So everybody in Miami needs to go check out. Like, are you selling tickets at your high school to see it, or?
Yes, I believe it's May. Honestly, I don't remember the date, but I think May 18, May 12, in that range.
Okay. All right. So, yeah. So everybody's got to check that out because that's going to be a good one. That's a really good one to see live on stage. Okay. So, as far as your music, if nobody has ever seen you perform or anything, what would you describe yourself as?
That's a tough one. I think I describe myself as seeing me live or my music itself.
Like your music, like if I say, oh, have you heard of Tess Gray? Like, oh, her music's great. She sounds like.
Oh, okay. Sounds a bit like Meg Myers, Hayley Williams from Paramore, a little bit of Billie Eilish.
Oh, you're better than Billie Eilish. I can tell you that.
That's a big statement.
No, it is. No, you've got to trust me. Much more talent. So, so do you come from a family that has a lot of music in the bloodline, or is this just strictly you decided you like singing and then you joined the choir in high school?
No, it's definitely just it's just been me on this wild ride. Although my parents are very hardworking, I'm just, doing my own little project.
Right. So, how long have you been actively involved in the local scene?
I'd say about since 2020, definitely. I was in this fundraising event fundraising, like, I don't know how to say it, but it was just like a bunch of little events that we did. It's part of this thing called Safe Space Sessions, and that's where I really started to get to know people in the scene, get to know how the scene works, and just overall learn and become passionate about the scene.
I have some really good friends that were in the Safe Space sessions, Young Fiction. They had gone down and they did a safe space thing. Yeah. Did that start over the pandemic time? Like at the beginning of the pandemic, or like they did their set, sad that I know this, but they did their set in September, a year and a half ago. I know that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it September 18, 2020?
It probably was, because my I only know the date because my daughter turned 18 on September 19th, and I had a party and I had to come after the party. So it's not that I have a great memory. Yep. So that's probably what it was.
But yeah, I actually think. Oh, I did. I didn't perform with Young Fiction, but I was in that like set. I was in that like that like same lineup. So it was Children of the Flesh, Young Fiction, myself.
Yes.
And I don't remember who else, but it was September 18, 2020. It was a really nice time. It was at the cabin in Little Havana by Backroom Sessions.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes, that's so funny. So you have a much better memory than me. So as far as your songwriting, describe your songwriting process that you have. Like I said, I got a sneak peek of your new song, which is written fantastic. So how would you describe, like, from beginning to end, how you get it out of you?
So really something traumatic will happen to me, or just like a boyfriend will dump me or something, and I just like, I cry, and then I write it down, and then I cry some more, and then I write it down, and then I just add chord progressions, and it just happens, I just, it's whatever comes to me.
Right. It's how the best music is made, from heartbreak.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so many musicians that say, you haven't, or they say, like, oh, you haven't put anything out, and they're like, well, because I've been happy. I haven't had anything to write about, and it's so true. But it's the best music. So, as far as your family, are they like supportive of what you're trying to do here, and do they come to a lot of your shows?
Yeah, they're actually incredibly supportive. They don't doubt me in the world ever.
I don't either, and I'm not even your family.
Thank you. That means a lot. But no, they just know what I want to do, and they'll drive me all the way to Kendall to do rehearsals. I live in Coral Gables, so it's a very far drive for me. But they do a lot for me regarding my music, and when I do have shows, they are there.
Right. Well, that's nice. My daughter was in a band. She's a drummer. That's why I started this, because they went on a hiatus when the bassist went to Berkeley for college. So I was really bored. I was like, you know what? I miss meeting all the bands, and I saw everything they went through, like, to get gigs. Well, actually, I was the one that did all the booking, so I saw what I went through to get the gigs, And it's such a hard industry. So I was like, I want to create a platform for these local musicians, because there's so many like you that are so talented, and they don't get the recognition that they should be getting, I feel. So that's
I
what started me on it. But we were the oddballs out at all the shows. Me, the parents of the band members at my daughter's shows, and I'm sure they wished we were not there. But so
I find that moral support from your family members is a lot better than just strangers.
Thank you. So as far as you being a part of the local scene, have you ever like getting into conversation with like the other local bands and artists? Did anything ever resonate in you, like that someone said to you that you were like, yeah, you know what, you're right, I have to like carry that with me?
Yes. Managers will do a lot for you that you can do for yourself. Booking shows, meeting people, recording. You can do that with yourself, like just by yourself, definitely.
Yeah, it's very true. And that, like, I talked to a lot of bands about like how it was when I was growing up, and like that was when Madonna was trying to make it big, and it's so much different now because you can do. It's all right. So the way that I look at it is it's easier now to get heard, but it's not easier to really make it, because like Madonna, she was found, and that's when a manager really helped you. But nowadays it's like everybody, like with SoundCloud, DistroKid, everything, they could do all the stuff themselves. Like you said, you could be your own manager, but it's not as easy. It's going to really, really take that footwork. So I wonder, like, is that what the managers did back then? You know what I mean? It goes through my head, like, is it really, like, not as easy? Or is it just because there's so many people out there now that have the access to DistroKid and being able, the GarageBand, doing their things themselves? You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's just, I feel it's so much harder now to really get known.
I agree with you. I feel like everybody these days we all have the resources to make it. It's whether we want to put in the work. And I think that's what a lot of us are lacking. Just like the drive to actually go out there, book shows, submit your stuff to music blogs. It all really depends on what you're willing to do for yourself at the end of the day. Yeah.
It's right place, right time.
Yeah.
And it's taking every gig you can get. And that's just how I feel. But okay, so if you had been given the option to collaborate with any musician you would want to, who would that be?
Hayley Williams.
Okay, all right, yeah. She's a good one. I think someone else said Hayley Williams before. Well, they said Paramore, but yeah, she's awesome. Awesome. Okay, so what is the most valuable lesson that you've learned being in the local scene here?
The most valuable lesson... my mind just went blank. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. Mine's blank half my life.
Okay. But a valuable lesson that stuck with me because of the music scene. Yes, learn how to book your own shows. Learn how to do the things yourself. I know that kind of like resonates with like the manager thing, but if you don't know how to do the things yourself, like mixing, mastering, producing, learn to do it yourself, because it's gonna pay off in the long run. You never know when you're gonna need that. You're absolutely right. You're never gonna know when nobody else is gonna offer that. So you always have to be prepared for yourself.
Yeah, I agree. No one's gonna be your best friend more than yourself, or have your back more.
Yeah, so definitely.
So, your performances. Describe like your performances if somebody's never been to one of your shows. What are they in for?
Okay, so I've only had about 3 gigs, and some including my past band, but I don't really count those anymore. But me and myself, I'm a very awkward person on stage. Like, I will get on stage, say, "Hi, my name is Tess, and I am going to sing a song for you. Thank you," and then get no applause whatsoever. And then I'll just be like, "Okay, I'll do the song, put my heart into it, give the best like performance and during the song." But then after the song, I'll be like, "Okay, so yeah, thank you."
It's like your alter ego steps in to sing it.
Yeah, definitely. But now I want to have a band behind me. So, because everything would always be myself acoustically and with a little tiny DJ performance launch pad. So I trigger all the sounds myself, and then I play acoustic guitar along with it, sometimes just acoustic, sometimes just a launch pad. But I find that with having a band by my side or behind me, or even in front of me, it'd be a lot better. Because there I have like some support.
It just brings more energy.
Like, yes, exactly. Like the energy. Yeah. You get the energy from the crowd, you get the energy from your bandmates, and I feel like that's what really like shows. Yeah.
No, you're absolutely right with that.
Okay.
What's the most challenging project you feel you've worked to date?
So I'm working on a 12-track album, and every single day I record a vlog, and I look at the process of it. Well, I just show the process, and I show like the lyrics that I'm writing, and then I'm just gonna briefly state like what song means, what each song means, and honestly, I kind of just whatever happens that day, I write about it. So, for example, February 9, I got dumped and fired the same day, so obviously a lot of music came from that.
Right. Right before Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes. That sucks. Oh well. His loss. So, okay. So, there was a question I was going to ask you, and I totally forget now. Oh, God. Told you my memory. You had said something, and I was like, oh, I want to ask that. Dang. It'll come to me, I'm sure.
Okay.
So, as far as the local scene goes, do you have any favorite local bands or artists?
Yes, definitely. I really love. I have a whole list, but I love Mold. Mold.
Oh my God, you're not the first person that has said that. You're not the first person.
Mold is so good.
I got to make a note of it because you're not the first person, so they must be really good. I need to write them down. Okay, they're written down.
Okay, so it's Mold, Playkill. They're like my besties. Go Playkill.
Another duplicate or quadruplicate.
Another band that just comes. Oh my God, I forgot Bruvy. I love Bruvy.
Yeah, Bruvy's good. Yeah. It's funny. Everybody seems to have the same taste.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, the Haunt. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used to, I don't know if they still do, but they would record at the studio where my daughter's band recorded. So
okay,
that's how I got to know them. Awesome. So as far as you said, you played 3 shows so far as a solo artist. What are your favorite venues that you've played at?
The Youth Fair. The Youth Fair is definitely one of my favorites.
Okay.
The Cabin at Backroom Sessions, which is the second gig I ever played. And I believe there's another one. Oh, yeah. I played at Tropical Park for this 24-hour adoption event. Nobody was there. It was like 2 a.m. But it was like a big stage. I could have made so much more of it, but I just had the launch pad and the acoustic guitar, so nobody was vibing. Yeah. But I was like, that was what I was feeling. Like, it was 2 a.m. and I could play how many songs I want.
How many people were there at 2 a.m.?
Like 10 adopting dogs.
What are you doing at 2 a.m.? I'm going to go adopt a dog. That's what I'm doing.
They do that. They do that surprisingly.
Shockingly, exactly. That is so funny. So, who do you think inspired you to make music?
My depression.
Okay. All right. No, it's a good outlet. That
straight out there.
It's a good outlet. It really is. And you make the best music that way, so, which stinks, but yeah. It's therapy. It's self-therapy. It's good.
I agree a lot with that. Yeah.
Yeah. It really is. I tried writing songs once, and they all sounded like Smashing Pumpkins songs, so I'm not a songwriter, and I admire anybody that can write a song. But, yeah. So, you said that you want to play with a band. Do you have a band put together now, or do you just do the acoustic thing? And
I'm currently looking for a band. I have a few friends that play guitar, that play bass, that play drums, but the schedule conflicts are very ridiculous. So I want to hire just session musicians, but not just session musicians, but like band members that are dedicated and devoted, that I can like rely on. You know that,
right?
Even though it'll probably be like $200 a gig, I'll have them like ready by 2 rehearsals.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's I've seen so many artists go from playing or singing to the tracks that they've made to expanding to the band, and it brings it back to it's definitely brings more energy, but it didn't say, no one's saying that what they did before wasn't good. So there's a lot of artists that I've come across, because it's hard also when you're able to produce so much, and so you can make your own music, but then it's like, okay, well now I have to find the band for my live shows. But I mean, I can always help you if you ever need any help with that. I can always, because I meet them all the time. So, but
well, thank you.
So anyhow,
that's actually very much appreciated.
Yeah, no, I'm offering my daughter. She's a master drummer. Like, she can hear a song and then play it perfectly. And I think she just heard me say that and coughed.
Okay.
So anyhow, as far as the local scene goes, you have your favorite bands, you have your favorite venues. Are there any dream venues that you are striving hard to play at?
Yes, like a lot. Revolution Live. I really want to do that.
You're playing my showcase, so let's see. It's the fan favorite gets to play Revolution Live. So keywords are fan favorite. So bring all your friends out to vote, and that's let you in on that secret. That's my daughter's band played there a couple times, and it's just like an experience you're never going to have again. It's so awesome. You go there and you see all these bands that you look up to play, and it's just like, oh, it's so awesome. So I partnered with an organization that is allowing my fan favorite to play at their next event there, which is going to be August, September, the end of August or the beginning of September. They're still trying to narrow the date down. So, hopefully.
Okay.
Yep. It'll be awesome. Okay, so anyhow, I have a segment called You Could Tell Mom Anything, because I'm a mother and I'm the stage mom. And it's for everybody to get to know you as a person as opposed to an artist. I'm going to ask a couple questions. You may not want to answer some, but you may. Okay, so what is the most trouble you have ever gotten into?
Ooh. There's a lot. There's God, something like very bad. I don't know. Like, there's a lot. I mean, it's not like bad, but I think the most trouble I've gotten into okay, we're yet to find out what the most trouble I've ever gotten into, but maybe the first time I like bleached my hair and my mom saw it. She's like, I thought you were lightening it. I'm like, yeah, I'm lightening it.
That's funny. That's like when I asked my mom growing up, because I was like this little like hippie child. I was like, can I draw a daisy on my wall? And my mom thought for sure it was just going to be like this little daisy. And my whole entire wall was like this big fluorescent daisy with the black light paint. She had to, I still hear about it because she still lives in the house, and she's like, I had to wallpaper over it because no paint covered it up. So yeah, I was like, you said I could do it. She's like, I thought it was going to be like that. So that's funny. Okay. Do you have, well, I know in February you got dumped, but I hate to rub it in, but do you have a significant other now?
No, I do not, and I don't plan to for a very long while.
Smart. Okay. What do you feel is your spirit animal?
My spirit animal? God. I really like, I like birds, but my favorite bird is a raven. I even went by the sage name Raven for like 2 months, or maybe 5, I don't remember.
Why did you stop?
It got a bit too cringy, I guess. I didn't like the persona I was making, so I just went like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna be Tess Gray again. And then I went to like this band, and then I'm just Tess Gray again now.
So Tess is short for, is it Tessa, or what is your, is it even really your name? I guess I should ask that.
So, my name is in fact Tess, but no, Gray is just a sage name. I'm gonna expose myself a little bit here, but my actual last name is Berrios. Okay,
well, I'm much happier saying Gray, because I will tear your real name apart. I have no way of saying it. I had a band that had a Latin name on here, Corazon Rabioso. I don't even know if I just said it right.
Okay.
But I was like, you guys have to introduce yourself, because it's just going to be an embarrassment and an insult to you. So just introduce yourself, because I can't say it. So they're going to be at my showcase.
Okay.
I'm going to have them introduce themselves again. But yeah, so I'm glad you're Gray, so I can pronounce it. So Tess, is it short for something, or is it just Tess?
It's just Tess.
Okay. All right, cool.
In fact,
that's cute. I like that.
The book that inspired my mom to name me Tess is right over there.
What is it?
It's called Tess of the D'Urbervilles. I'd go and reach out for it, but I don't want to.
No, it's fine. That's fine. Oh, that's cool. You renamed it. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Right there. Okay. So, what is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done in front of someone you like?
Oh, at a gig. So I had a band. I actually had a band for this one. Maybe it was more than 3 gigs, because now I'm recalling a lot more than I have done.
Right.
But I went to this Halloween show at School of Rock, and so there's just like this really cute guy, and then I was trying to talk to him, you know, like trying to ice break, but it didn't work. And so when it was my turn to get up on the stage, I sang "The Only Exception" by Paramore, and I pointed at him and I said, "This one's for you. You're really cute." And then I played.
Oh my God, you're kidding me!
In front of everybody. In front of everybody.
Oh my God, what did he do?
He laughed it off. He shrugged it off. But I know deep inside he was like, "Oh my God, what did she just do?"
That's so funny. It's crazy when we get the balls to do something and then we do it and then you're like, "Oh God, what did I just do?"
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. Okay, so what do you feel is your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness? Not having a band, maybe?
No. I definitely don't think that's a weakness with you.
Well, a personal weakness is just not having any motivation whatsoever. Just like looking at something and wanting to do it, but you still like you don't have the energy to do it. It's a lot to do with like energy and just what I feel at the moment. It's always like changing.
Okay.
Yeah. And
well, I mean, you would never know it by looking at your Instagram page, because it seems like you're super motivated to do things and you're like on top of it. So you're good at faking it then, if that's your greatest weakness.
Fake it till you make it.
Yep, exactly. Okay. So who is your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush, okay. I have a lot of those. Okay, my number one celebrity crush right now has to be, I don't even remember his name. Joseph something Vendit. He's like in Interception. He's in
Can I look him up?
this other movie. I don't remember the other movie, but he was in Interception. Oh, Gone Girl. Yeah, it was like the dude with the headphones, you know.
Okay.
Joseph something.
I don't remember
his full name.
Joseph Gordon-Lewis. He's everybody's, like, I love him. My daughter's in love with him too. But he gets so much cuter with age. That guy.
Yeah.
Good one. That is a good one. 100% agree. So cute. I mean, look at his face. So cute. I don't know if you can see. Yes. So cute. So cute. Okay. So, if you were an addition in a crayon box, what color would you be? Like a new color?
Purple Rain. I'm gonna name myself Purple Rain.
You broke up. What did you say?
I'm going to name myself Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. Yes, that's a good one. Good one. Okay. So what life lesson do you feel you learned the hard way?
These are very hard questions. I'm just letting you know. A very hard life lesson. I don't know. Am I allowed to go like very deep or just like shallow deep?
It's whatever you want.
Okay. So I feel that maybe just whenever I don't feel well, I do some things that are impulsive. And back in 2018, I had attempted suicide. And so I feel that is if I learned a lot because just being driven to the hospital in an ambulance and not knowing exactly like what's happening, and you're hearing your parents cry and stuff. It's like you are enough. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. It's you are enough, and I think it took me a lot to realize that.
Wow. Now I feel like crying. That's awful.
No,
but I'm glad that you're where you are today. I'm really glad that you are where you are today because that's how did you get to where you are today, if you don't mind me asking?
A lot of therapy and a lot of writing music.
Yeah. Well, thank God you weren't successful. What would your parents do without you? Yeah. Man, I'm going to hug you when I see you, okay? So if I come screaming at you,
I'll take it.
We're going to be hugging. Okay. So do you have any other hobbies other than singing? Like any other hobbies or interests or anything?
Yes, I really like photography. I actually considered doing photography and film prior to doing music, but I kind of just went the music route because it was helping me a lot more mentally than just like, snapping photos of lizards.
Right.
So I really like photography, definitely.
Okay. Well, that's good. And that's it. But that is a good outlet also to see like the beautiful world and like nature, and it's you can express yourself through that as well. I feel.
And I'll even let you know something. All of my cover art for my recent release or my upcoming release, Search Party, I did it myself. So the trailer I made was me.
That's awesome.
The cover was me. The promo pictures was all me. I love photography, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I would just always do my own content.
Love it. Nice. And it's good work, too. It's not amateurish, so that's good. Definitely isn't.
Yeah.
So what do you do on your spare time when you're not, I guess, photography, huh? You just answered that pretty much, probably. Yeah. Okay.
But spare time, whenever I'm free, I honestly just, if there's a local show going on, I always attend those.
It's always
fun. If there's
fun.
nothing going on at all in Miami, I just, I go to sleep, and I sleep to dream.
Yeah.
Like Fiona Apple once said, just go to sleep to dream.
Yep. She's awesome, too. We are like the same person. Okay,
That's
so
crazy.
when you're it's crazy, right? Who knew? When you're in a car alone, what do you think about?
Well, it's very rare that I'm in a car alone because I don't drive. But whenever like my parents are at the gas station just filling it up and I have access to the aux cord, or I'm just there like sitting there like, I kind of just think about like, damn, what am I gonna do tonight? Like, I'm always thinking about whether I'm gonna go out or whether I'm not, what I'm gonna eat. Like, I mean, food on the table isn't an issue for me. It's just more like, what am I craving? It's a lot of like
Right.
contemplation of like what's going on right now, not really about the future, not about the past.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, can you name 3 consecutive days without using the words Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday?
What?
Name 3 days that are consecutive without using Wednesday,
Okay.
Friday, or Saturday. The way you said what?
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday?
Yes, it's that simple. That's it.
I'm so confused.
You think so hard on it. You're like, what? That's so funny. You got it. Yes, you got it. So, if you had to describe the color yellow to a blind person, how would you describe it?
Jelly beans.
Okay. All right.
I don't know
All
why.
right.
It's just like jelly beans.
I don't know what I would say. I really don't.
Me neither.
Okay. So, we're going to move on to our rapid fire,
Okay.
where hopefully we can answer them quickly, because I tend to have really bad questions, and I've tried to fix them where people can actually do it. So we'll see. People tend to like say, "Oh, well," and then they start to think. And all right, so money or happiness?
Happiness.
Would you date a fan?
No.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Chewing out loud.
And biting the fork. It's awful. What is your favorite color?
Green.
What is your favorite word?
Balls.
I get my mind out of the gutter. What is your hidden talent?
I can separate my pinky toes.
Oh my god, you can't. I can't do that. Wait. Oh, how do you do that? Wait, I can't do it. Are you double jointed or something?
No, I like this, these are my feet, and I just go boop boop.
I don't know how you do that. Oh my god, I just tried it. Okay, do you believe in soulmates?
Yes.
Who is the most overrated musician?
Ed Sheeran.
God, you're the second person that has said that to me. So funny. So funny. If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
New York.
My daughter. What is your favorite show?
Black Mirror.
I don't think I've ever seen that. I've never even heard of it. I'll have to look that up. I'm looking for a
Oh.
new one. I just finished everything I was watching. All right. Okay, so, all right, so back to Tess. What's
Yeah.
the future hold for you this year? Do you have plans? What are your big goals this year? And by the way,
Okay.
you're by far the best at rapid fire.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
My plans for this year definitely. that moved. So my plan would have to be, or plans, album, more gigs, graduate, and don't do anything stupid.
That's a good one. So do you have any upcoming shows? Well, you have your release on March 25th, and what's that song? That song that you're releasing?
It's called Search Party.
Okay.
Honestly, I was just bored one night, and then I want to feel productive, as you know, I have a lot of productivity issues. So then I just wrote what was on my mind, put together a few chord progressions that I had planned for another song, but instead I used them for this one, added some distortion to the guitar, looped the drum on GarageBand, recorded the vocals, 2 weeks after, mastered it.
Wow. That's awesome. So the lyrics, are they about someone? Are they about you? Can you give us some detail on what the song's meaning is, the meaning behind the song?
Yeah. So at first when I wrote it, I didn't know what it was about at all. I kind of just wrote like what came to my mind. Right. And then the more I started listening to it, and the more I started like tweaking around the sounds, or yeah, just like listening to it in general, I started finding out like, okay, this actually has a meaning, that it's like a subconscious meaning that I didn't even know I could do, like transfer subconsciousness onto paper. That's crazy. But it's definitely about wanting to feel wanted, kind of like wanting to be desired.
Right. Wow. I just got the chills when you said that. I'm excited.
Okay.
I mean, I got a sneak peek, like I said, and I think it's excellent. I think that it's going to be a big hit here. Yeah, I think it's a great song. So everybody has to listen March 25th. And also, you're going to be at my showcase May 7th.
Yes, that is correct.
At Lauderdale Brewery in Fort Lauderdale, Port Everglades. And I don't have the set times yet, because everybody has until Wednesday to RSVP. So then I'll start putting the sets together. But so everybody has to come out and check you out there. And so what else? Anything else you would like all your fans to know, or anybody that doesn't know of you? Anything important they should know?
So, for the supporters that I do have, I just want to say thank you. I know a lot of you have stuck around since 2018, 2019, 2022, but I'm very thankful and appreciative, because I never, as I said before, I never really felt that I was good enough until, well, I started writing music and people started giving me good feedback, and like this helped me. People can relate to what I write. So, an overall big hug to everybody who supports me. Definitely.
Awesome. Yeah. And I'm definitely a big supporter now. I'm excited to see you live.
Thank you.
And I'm excited to see your new song top it, because it's a good one. It's definitely a good one. And I'm definitely not the type of person that just says something to say it. If it wasn't good, I wouldn't be saying it. I would definitely be keeping quiet. But okay. Do you have merch? Are you going to be getting any merch, or do you have merch?
So I had a few buttons that had my name like 3 times in a row, and those are far gone. I gave them away like little Christmas letters I made last year, and those won't exist anymore. Hopefully they will be, but I'm in the process of trying to get shirts, and I believe jackets, like with the whole with the Search Party cover on it.
That's awesome. Jackets. I haven't seen those. I have not seen any of these local artists. I've seen hoodies and long sleeve shirts, but I have not seen jackets. That will be cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay. So your Instagram is Tess Gray. Is there any underscores or anything?
It's at I'm Tess Gray. So it's at IMTESSGREY.
Okay. Do you have TikTok, Facebook, Twitter? Is it all the same handle, or?
I have TikTok and Twitter. So TikTok I believe is I'm Tess Gray as well. And if not, it's okay. Nobody wants to see that anyways. But Twitter, it's just Tess Gray, like my name.
Okay. All right. So I'm done with my questions here. And is there anything else you want to say before we sign off and move forward? Like I said, I'm excited to have you at my showcase. Can't wait to see you. And I'm excited to see how well your new song search party does, because I think it's going to be a big, big hit.
Thank you. The last thing I have to say is tune in. Search party, March 25th. I really hope this one is good for you guys, and well, that so you can relate to it if you want to.
Yep. No, it's a great song. And I'm just honored to have been one of the first to hear it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, Tess, thank you so much for your time. And I'm going to be looking out on March 25th. And then I'm going to meet you in person on May 7th. And I'm excited.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. You too, Tess. Take care, okay?
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.